Hello, guys. Good evening. Prof, we are live and direct. Good evening.
Yes, yes.
You are shining, you are really looking good. By the way, we are live and we are direct. I want to say welcome to the program. As people join in, I we don't have much time on our hands. And I hope we'll be able to make our program today very, very brief. And as other people joins in, Ifeanyi Chukwu is joining. As soon as he joins in, I will bring him in and we'll be able to proceed. Prof, how has it
Yeah,
been? I don't need to ask you how has it been because I can see you look good.
yeah. I'm eating organic food from the farm, live and
Yes,
direct.
beautiful. I can see that organic food is now in demand, highly um, on demand. I'm getting calls, people are getting interested. A lot of people want to get in touch with you, but normally we have to process them to actually know what they want. And as soon as we do that, I'll push that contact across to you. Prof, how has it been over this week?
Well, we have started farming. We have released a lot of land to those who need the land. We have started farming, and when I mean farming, crops farming, but any other thing, animal husbandry, snails and pigs and cows and others are normal. They don't have season. But other crops that we have overcome their seasons, we are planting them. And those who do not know, there's no more seasonal crops in Biafran land. They should understand that we have overcome seasonal saga through various means. So now we have Biafran apple, Biafran strawberry, Biafran grape, no longer English. You know, my name is CHINEDU. My name is not a white man. I'm a black man, and I eat my natural, cultural, and traditional food so that I can stay alive. So we are welcoming you to a life of farming where you can get land free, where you can plant without having land, where you can plant inside cement bags, inside empty 50 kg bags, inside plastic containers. You can plant anything, including yam. Mango can be planted inside bags and they will yield there. Everything is now possible. And things are impossible when they have not been tried. We have tried them. We have come to grow our own crops with our own organic manure, no longer artificial fertilizer that are killing us. We are now producing our own ogiri instead of maggi, which has been on since 1886, and they're killing us today because we have our own salt, solid salt you use knife to scrape, which is from Abakaliki. We have 3 salt mines in Abakaliki. And some of you should know that the sodium chloride, which we are taking now, salt, is killing us, causing most of the sicknesses we have today. They are from what we eat. One, the water we drink, we have chlorine. The toothpaste we use, we have fluoride. And then the Maggi we use, we have sodium something inside it that is making us die. So we need to revert back to natural things like ogiri, which will have different species, different taste, varieties of taste, 18 different varieties of taste, which we now use to produce organic soup, organic pepper soup, organic, everything is organic. You can now eat fresh from nature. You can also be a partaker in packaging. You can be a partaker in marketing, can be a partaker in supply, can be a partaker in farming. And any area can also be a transporter, be moving this thing from one place to another. You can also be a storer, somebody who stores some of this thing and keeps them in such a way they can stay more than 1 year, like ogiri, which normally spoils in 4 days. We have preserved it now without preservatives that they can stay 1 year and 2 months. So we have other things. We have our own pesticides. We have our own herbicides direct from Dogonyero and other roots, not inorganic one, not the ones they import here, the ones we produce by ourselves. We are ready. We are ready. We are just ready. All we ask you is come and partake. It depends on what you want to. Farming is not 419. Farming is not network marketing. Farming is not importing and exporting. Farming is something you enjoy, you eat, you sell, you make your money, you smile to the bank, you eat and become healthy, and you will be able to handle some terminal diseases. Surprisingly, in Biafran land, we can treat cancer, diabetes, and if anybody challenges me, I can treat it online. It's very simple, but today people are dying of it, damaged kidney, damaged liver. We can organize seminars, and those who are sick, we treat them. But we need to produce these crops. We need to produce them so that people can have them raw, so you can have them organic, you can have them live. And how do we do that if we don't all come into the farm? When I returned, I think 11 years ago, I keep on going from one state to another in the whole eastern region, telling them that we should occupy the forest, the long time fallow farmland that are turned to forest. And if you don't occupy them, very soon those forests will become a target to us. And what is happening today? Now, even in the Gazette of Nigeria, they say that any forest belongs to federal government. You imagine that? In other words, if you don't farm your land, they will take it away from you. So you need to farm the land. You need to farm the land. Meanwhile, we are still Biafrans in Nigeria, and the law of Nigeria is still holding us down. There's nothing we can do for now. So we just have to make do what we can do for now. And I hope I'm understood very well.
Thank you very much, Prof. Quite understood. We have Ugu Abraham. Hello, Ogu. Ogu Abraham, welcome to the program.
I welcome you. Thank you very much.
Unfortunately, your face is not visible, but all the same, we can make do with your voice. Can you please introduce yourself to our viewers, please?
Well, my name is Mr. Abraham Ogu. I'm the CEO of Abrahamson Farm Ventures. We are into production of rice, and the name of our brand is Power Rice. And also, I work with Africa Rice Center. Africa Rice Center is one of the CGIAR centers in which IITA is one, and Africa Rice is also one. And our office is located in Ibadan, and IITA is the one that takes charge of the office in Ibadan. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I know you've had a contact with a prof, and how have prof, activities affected your life?
I have had contact with Prof. We spoke online, and there was a time he wanted to do a project on rice, I think, around the local government where I cite my meal, and we talked at length, and till now we've not been able to see, but I heard so many of what he has told us tonight, and I know he has a very lofty package.
Thank you. So, at what level of this season are you with the rice production? Have you gone through? Have you done the planting? What stage are you right now in this month of February?
Oh, is he off the line?
Yeah, I think Ogu is. I think he has some network problems. So, Prof, you can educate us on that.
Yeah, there is no season any longer. We can make do with any season, rain or no rain. Rice can be planted now. It depends on the area. If it is area where we have water logs, or the area we need irrigation, and just like my man, we exchange ideas. I wasn't able to go to the farm at Ibadan. I was only able to go to the one at Ikorodu town, which I hope the man will link up. And we have our rice farm basically mostly in Agamelon local government, in Anam, in Anam, in some places, and Anako, Umumbo, Omase, and some areas we have our rice farms there. There are other places we have our rice farm in Kogi, in Ebonyi, other places. We have our rice farm also in Ibadan, just as the young man told us. I wanted the people to come and talk by themselves because I can't count them. They're in thousands. Some are into several areas. What we're asking people who are abroad is to invest in packaging, further production like machines, which we find it difficult to hire from federal government. And these are money yielding because the machines will always be hired, just like somebody doing the transport business. The machines will always be hired. And we also ask them to do small, for example, packaging of ogiri. The packaging of ogiri and the machine that produces it is not even up to 500,000.
No, but Prof, you know that processing goes first before packaging. So we have to look into that, you know, because food processing, as far as I know, is a very huge market, is a very huge industry. And, you know, having lived in the Western world for a very long time, you can actually convert a lot of food, transform them into anything you want. You know, so we have, like, you know, I've always had this dream of the pear, you know, ube now, you know, the pear we use it eating maize. You know that, do you know that the pear can act, yes, you know that the pear you use in eating corn can also be transformed into butter because it contains a lot of oil. So you can use it to eat bread. You can use it to actually eat. You can be used as mayonnaise. You know, like you have the mayonnaise, you know, and all that. So it's a whole lot of huge industry processing. And I mean, we have a lot of opportunity on our hands, but what I think we lack is that orientation. No, not it's the orientation. And the skill. You know, because somebody also said avocado. But avocado is, I'm not talking about avocado. Avocado is another angle again that can also be used for butter. You know, so but I think that over the years we have ignored, or maybe possibly because we haven't actually gotten the right exposure in handling some of these products and making them viable. I want to ask Ogu, are you there?
Complex. Yeah, some of the problems may be complex. Inferiority complex, because we're westernizing our food. We like Western food. We like cheese, butters, and all kinds of drugs inorganic crops that are killing human beings. So I think some of the problems we may have, maybe some of them, maybe one of them may be complex. And because of that, you can't. They say you can't because you are African. You can't create. You can't imagine. You can't formulate ideas. Some of them may be wrong. Mental biochemistry, our mental powers have been stolen. Our ID has been stolen. We have been brainwashed. We've been told we can't. So we refuse to look inside what we have to sell it. Why they are selling to us what they have that is nothing? Can you imagine Europe where for 3-4 months there will be nobody will come out because of snow? Can you imagine Africa where everybody throughout the year, round a year, everybody's coming? Who is supposed to be the greatest producer of food and crops? Can you imagine the volume of crops we have, varieties of crops we have, varieties of animals we have, which are not in many places like Iceland, like some areas, tundra areas, some areas you won't even see earth. You won't even see the earth. You won't even see the sun. Now those areas, yet they are the one we are importing their product, while we have much more. So some of them may be complex. Reorientation of the mind. We need to recall again and see that we have something to give out. We have much more to give out. Can you imagine now we're using human urine for our fertilizer? Nobody was talking about it some years ago. Now, human urine, if you ferment it for 4 days.
Prof, it's not talking about it, but we are not good in research. We've not invested much because haven't lived and gotten experience. You find out that the Western world do a lot of research. and they continue to evolve to improve their product. So I think we have to look at the angle of research, which will help us, because if not for research, we wouldn't have discovered that the human urine can be used as fertilizer. We have Ifeanyi Chukwu. Ifeanyi Chukwu, are you there? Hello, Ifeanyi Chukwu. Good evening.
Yeah. Good evening, my brother.
Yes, Ifeanyi Chukwu, can you please introduce yourself to the audience, please?
Well, we lost him.
Maybe it's network.
Yeah, I think they are having serious network problem. Is Ogu there, Abraham?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, so you are into rice farming. You also do processing.
Yes, I'm into processing also.
Processing and packaging. That is you.
Yeah.
So you take it from the farm and put straight to the table.
Yes, that's my listing from farm to table.
Okay,
that's my tagline.
And it's all organic. Okay. That's what we know.
Yeah.
Not artificial. And when you process rice, I need yours to sell rice in package where you have 4 cups, 3 cups, 2 cups, so that the poor can buy it. And at the end, you find out a bag of rice which you could have sold something like 30,000 naira. At the end, you find out the same bag of rice plus and minus cost can be sold at 40,000 because you are packaging in 4 cups, 3 cups, 5 cups, 6 cups, 8 cups, 10 cups. Yeah.
Prof, give me just 1 minute because I want to get a packet rice to show. For those of you who are in Biafra land, just give me a moment, please. Let me get a packet of rice.
You know, pure water sellers and those who sell powdered milk is small sachet of 50 naira, of 100 naira. They're making more money than those who sell in tins in a bigger container. The reason is poverty, not only that, the valuation of money, not only that, the volume of those who go to market, the number of those who go to market. Yeah.
So Prof, what I have with me here is a kind of spaghetti.
Okay.
But you can see how it is being cut into pieces.
Yeah.
So you can actually run your packaging. You see, it's like rice, but it's not rice, it's spaghetti. You know? And this spaghetti, and this spaghetti comes from wheat. Just look at the wheat. They are produced from the wheat, processed and packaged. Now, this is rice. Rice and beans mixed up, kind of, these are packaging, and these are like things we can actually do. I don't know if you are seeing me clearly.
Yeah.
So our people can actually, without going to buy in cups, you can actually run this kind of packaging based on kilos and stuff like that, and it will be well preserved and hygienic, because hygiene also counts.
More people will buy it.
You said?
More people will buy it. More people will buy.
You can actually put them in such packages and supply to supermarkets where people can have access to them. This is another pasta kind of. This is another pasta.
Yeah.
So
we need to come home and look inwards and see what we have for the world. We have so much to give out to the world.
So these are processed food. These are processed food. Now, Prof, you sent me a video of snail.
Yeah.
let's see. Now, do you know that you can actually transform snails into something like this?
Yeah, into tins, yeah. Like sardine, yeah,
Like
of course we
sardine,
can. Yeah.
with oil preservation.
Yeah.
You know, so we have a lot of work to do when it comes to food processing. You know, so these are the opportunities that are available. Now, let me take a clip of the video of the snail you sent to me, Prof.
Okay.
Now,
There are two
you know,
videos there.
so
There's another one.
yeah, I'll be making that available in a while. So you see that we have a huge opportunity before us, but I know it requires a lot of investment. It requires a lot of
Dedication.
continuous.
Different size of snake for breeding. The giant size that is still breeding. This one is 2 years and above, about 3 years and above. This one is up to 2 years, jumbo sizes. This is 2 years, 18 months to 2 years, if I'm not mistaken. This one is 16 months up to 14 to 16 months. Point of lay. Then big juvenile, 9 months and above. All right. So these are the difference. I have them here, Maginata and Kakatina, because we do a crossbreed. So that's why we have them mixed together. Only on special occasion we select for special demand. Otherwise, we send both like that.
So I want to bring in Mazi Solomon Peter, who is joining us right now. I don't know if Mazi Solomon Peter is available because we're rounding up this program in the next few minutes. We have just 20 minutes. Mazi Solomon Peter, you're live. Prof, before I come to you, let me go to Ogu Abraham. Ogu Abraham, what are your plans for the future in terms of rice processing and packaging? From what you've seen me show you now. Ogu, are you there? Okay, I would like to bring in Mazi Solomon. Hello, Mazi Solomon, good evening. Please unmute, and
Good morning, everyone in the house.
you're
Good
welcome.
morning from my end, and there is another brother again, another Mazi again in the house. Good morning, Mazi Pat. Good morning for bringing me into this very program. I thank you. This is Black and White Web TV. We are here to convey a message that is very, very important and essential in our life, and that is the Foodism War Gladiator. So it's very, very important because human beings survive on food, and our body and our brain, they all required food to function. So, and when there is no enough food for the body, then the body will be less functioning, and it can equally also lead to death. So that is why we are bringing these very programs. We have a lot of a lot of good food in our culture that nourishes the body. But another important area of food is the health aspect. That when you eat a healthy food, you remain healthy. That food is also medicinal. It helps to fight disease. It helps to fight sickness. And that is why this program is very, very important. because it's just because we are healthy and alive today. That's why we are able to ask for economic revolutions, freedom, and all that. If we are not alive and if we are not fed, we will not be able to function in that capacity. That's why it's very, very important. And our people need to learn it and, know how to make it a part of our culture in generating the food that we eat, that no matter how difficult is a situation we find ourselves, we must know how to generate what we eat. And we must know how to make our food, to advance our food to the level of preservation. Thank you, Mazipat. And that is my introduction in this very program, this very morning, as we proceed. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mazi
Thank you.
Solomon. Thank you very much. I was asking Mr. Ogu. Mr. Ogu, are you there? Can you hear me?
I'm with you. I can hear you.
Yeah, so I asked you, what are your plans for the future in terms of rice processing and packaging to make it accessible for consumers? You've seen the pictures that I showed you, how you can
Yes.
actually, process and package your rice and make it affordable for the people, for the market.
Yes. It's something we started last year. We have been able to get some smaller packages. We started with the big bag, 50 kg, but last year we were able to produce the 25 kg, the 10 kg, and the 5 kg. We will sell a lot, and before you know it, it's even the gain you get from the smaller pack will even cover up for the bigger ones, which is very true, which I agree with you. So we started that, but the smaller ones that maybe less than 5 kg, we've not. But I think it's something we also need to look into. When we produce it, we can always package it inside cartons, so small cartons, give it to supermarket, they will sell, and they would sell for us, and it will be everywhere, and it will be affordable.
The ones
I
we
think
buy,
this.
the ones we
Yes,
buy,
I think.
Uncle Ben's, how many cups are inside it? Uncle Ben's is not up to 2 cups. We buy it and cook it, and it's not in cellophane packets; it's in paper packet because of the sun. When the sun shines on cellophane, on plastics, they transfer cancerous things into the content. So such things should be packaged advisably, as I'm talking to you from experience, should be packaged on paper pack. And because they're disposed easily, they're easily disposed more than the one in 50 and 40 and 20 and 30 kg. So such things should be packaged to avoid selling cancer to the masses. Like the pure water we're selling, like the plastic bottled water we're selling, they put it in the sun. At the end, what is inside is cancer. 98% cancer is what they're selling to the masses. And tomorrow we are dying. Then tomorrow we say it was caused by our forefathers. Our forefathers will not rest when they have died. We'll not allow them to rest.
Prof, like the point you make now, there is one mistake that I always made. I always make this very mistake, and I believe that a lot of people who are listening to us are also making the same mistake. The bottled water, I always like, here is summer now. It's very, very hot where I am. The weather is hot. Sometimes the bottled water that I drink in my car, then I will leave it, I will left it in my car. Then the sun will hit the car. Then after, when I come into the car, then maybe by putting AC or driving for a certain distance again, the water will get cold and I will drink the water again. Does it also include in this kind of danger that you are trying to narrate here?
Sun rays hit plastic containers or cellophane bags. The content is cancerous. It's no longer good for human consumption. Whether you cool it, whether you make it to ice block, it's not good for human consumption anymore. That's why I said we must, the smaller packets, we need to package them like Uncle Ben's. I'm not advertising Uncle Ben's. Uncle Ben's we have in the market, or we had in the market in those days, we are packaged in paper. So, and they know the hazards in packaging it in plastic container or waterproof. They know the hazards. Because, you see, our people do not know that when sun hits cellophane or plastic container, it's not good. No, the content is no longer good for human consumption. So when they buy it, they'll spread it outside their shops, and the sun will hit it from morning to night. They'll pack it in. Tomorrow, they'll bring it out again. Before you know it now, our products will start killing the people. In the next 10, 15 years, cancer will spread everywhere. As cancer is growing now, although we can suppress cancer, we have something any day we're going to talk on health. We're going to teach them what they can be eating to suppress cancer, so that cancer does not even. Cancer means that the cells refuse to die. Every cell in the human body must die after 4 months. But when they refuse to die, they continue to grow. That's the meaning of cancer. So, but we know how to handle that through some herbal means and the rest of them. So, but as you said, we need to stop allowing sun to hit plastic containers or cellophane bags, so that it does not transfer cancer to the cancerous to the content.
Okay, we have we have just 10 minutes to round up this program. Like I promised, we're not going to exceed the time because we have other programs coming up after this time. I would like Ugu to give us his final, and maybe possibly next Friday you can still come back. And I hope we'll be punctual this time around. Ugu, are you there?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yes. Can you give us your final take on today's program and experience?
Yes, I think I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot. Like there are so many things that we talked about pure water that I know I'm number one guilty of all of these things, and I've learned that also. And actually, I was thinking of using what do you call it, a cellophane bag before to package these small cages into small. But with what Prof is saying now, I think we need to strategize the market entrance, so that we can be able to know that we need to use.
Yeah, I think Ugu is having difficulties.
And I think, yes, I
Yeah,
think
go
my coming
ahead.
here has not
Go
been in
ahead.
vain. My coming here has not been in vain, and I think I've learned a lot. And the next.
Yeah, I think Ugu is out. Prof.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what are we expecting by next week? What is your program for the week?
The program for the week, because we are into already now, we are farming, we are very busy. We now have to bring up some of the products, some of the finished, some of the ones we're harvesting, and we also sometimes show them live where we are doing these things. And perhaps next week we talk more on what we eat eats us. What we eat eats us. The farmers should know when and how to eat. You understand? You're not supposed to eat after 4 p.m. A farmer doesn't eat after 4 p.m. You're not supposed to eat. You're supposed to keep away from food, and so many things about the water we drink, how we are going to take it. I think we better keep the farmer what to eat. We're not treating them of any terminal disease for now, but just as
But
you said, food and health. Yeah.
Prof, me and the party here, we do eat even anytime in the night because we talk often. Sometimes, sometimes around one a.m. Me and the party is eating. So
It's no longer good for health. Any food you eat.
Maybe because we are not farmers, Mazi Solomon. He said farmer, and we are not
This is a
farmers.
general health. These are general health. Any food you eat for 8 p.m. is like poison to the body. It's better you stop.
okay,
We have to learn.
okay,
We have to learn that. We
okay,
have to start. We have to practice.
Prof.
Yeah.
What about in a situation your 4 o'clock is almost my 8 a.m. here. So what do you expect? So I'm eating by your 4 o'clock. You have already stopped eating, but it is my 8 a.m. So what do I do in such situation?
Go to your own 4 o'clock. Go to your own 4 o'clock. You must have 4 o'clock. So
Prof, I can tell you, you have to prepare something, and you have to do more research, because some of us we eat even in the midnight. We eat early in the
it's not,
morning, as early as 1 o'clock. Depends
no,
on the
it's not
job,
good to
because
eat in
sometimes
the
we are
night.
working in the night. We are working in the night. Sometimes not like waking up from sleep to go and eat. Sometimes you are working in the night. At some extent, you feel sleep. Or to an extent you feel like hungry. So in such a situation, because food closed by 4, when you are hungry while walking in the night, you shouldn't eat. Is that what you mean, Prof?
Yes, that's what I mean. We're talking of health. We're talking of healthy living. We're talking of law of health. We're not talking of condition, different condition people have, conditions they have. We're talking of law of health. The body does not need food outside 8 p.m. The body doesn't need any food at all. You can take all the fluid you like. And if you do that, you see, as old I am, I have flat stomach. I still maintain my muscles. I still to run. I still do something youths do, because I'm not eating because I'm hungry. I'm eating food as medicine. The food I eat is medicine. That's
Yeah,
what the food
Prof.
is.
But even me, I have 6-pack, but I eat in the I still eat in the midnight. I still eat in the midnight, and I for me, as what you are trying to explain here, I can see reality from what you are trying to explain. But for people like us who cannot help that situation, what can that bring us into? What could be
We will
the
handle water therapy on that.
consequences of
We will use water
eating
therapy.
late
Something I'm going to
and
discuss about hot
spending it
water
in the
therapy.
midnight?
We're going to discuss on
Okay.
hot water therapy, and then on
Okay.
raw foodism.
Okay. I
Raw
think
foodism.
that
I
is
think we
a
work on that.
discussion for another day. But Prof, another thing that I will also want to relate, maybe you bring this discussion next time, is this. Like they also complain that the excess of water is not healthy. Is not healthy at
To the
all.
body.
So what do you
Why? Yeah,
pardon?
it depends on the age. And everybody should take a gallon of water per day. An average human body, because dehydration can cause dementia. It can cause the brain not to function well. Can make you to grow faster than your age, and dehydration can cause stroke. Can cause any sickness. It is better to have excess of water than to have less. But average drinking water should be about 4 liters per day. That is 1 gallon of water per day. It's okay. It's an average water drinking. But remember, most of the food you are eating, they are water based, like carrots, like banana, like cucumber, like others you eat. They are also water based. Majority of them are 70 to 80% water. Remember, the earth itself is 70% water. Remember, your body itself is 60% water, and your blood is 80% water. Your body needs water to stay alive. It's inside water that a baby lives inside water. The baby in the womb, they live inside water. All crops and all animals are preserved in water. Life is actually inside water. So the human body actually needs a minimum of 1 gallon of water or 4 liters of water per day. But we find out that as you age, you don't have time, or you don't even have the taste to drink such volume of water per day. And as you age also, your brain and the cells that need to be fluidy now will start malfunctioning. So we really have to find a way to take food and water as medicine, not as because I'm hungry. You don't eat because you're hungry. You don't drink water because you're thirsty. No, you may not be thirsty. Just drink water for the sake of drinking that water, especially warm water. Never, never, ever drink cold water. Never, for any reason, no matter how hot the weather is. Go and drink warm water. This is not the time for it anyway. But we are tell them
Okay.
that
Next time. Next
yeah.
time, Prof, you have to teach us. You have to bring up this matter because we have to discuss. A lot of us also drink. Like here now, I said, here is summer. It's very very hot. So and it's hard for people sometimes to drink hot water when it is hot, when it is extremely hot. Ọkwa enwe etu ugwu Hausa, anwụ ugwu Hausa, anwụ ọkpọkantị.
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay, that kind of sun when you are sweating really hot. So people like to drink cold water. Like me, I drink cold water often in
Ma,
such a situation where I'm sweating. So
You will
maybe
find
next
out
time
that
you
when we are
Mazi,
clay
Mazi,
pot
we
water,
have to.
clay pot water. Clay pot water is the best water. Clay pot, miri, is the best water you ever drink.
Mazi,
And,
we have
and we are
to.
thinking,
We have to end. We have to end this program.
okay,
all
thank you
right.
so much,
We'll be
Master
seeing you
Pat.
guys next week.
Okay,
Thank you
Thank you
thank
so
very
you.
much
much.
for coming.
Thank you,
And
Prof.
thank you to
Thank you,
our
Prof, for
viewers.
coming. We will have
Thank you.
more educative sessions in the upcoming days. Why I'm asking this question is not because I don't know some of this, but I'm trying to use my question to educate some people. So we can talk more next time when we come to this very program. Thank you, Mazi Pat, for making this program possible. And thank you, Prof, for always come to this very program to educate our people. My name is Solomon Peter. We'll see you again next weekend. Bye.
All right.
Thank you very much and have a wonderful
Okay.
evening. Thank you.